saying, do you think that is a good conversation to have?
I mean, we can. It's not really anything. It's just like I bet stupid shit. I went to bet one girl in tennis, and I ended up betting the other girl within a span of like 5 minutes.
Mike, I'm sorry. One quick second here. Hold on.
Like true goblin stuff. Like, I'm not joking. I clicked and it gave me the spinning wheel and the odds updated. And I was like, all right, fuck that. I'll bet the other girl. And then she got demolished. And I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing?
Dude, I'll tell you what I did the other day. I'm sorry. I just have to text this to my wife real quick.
See, now you got me. I was over this tilt and then I'm back into it. And I woke up to watch the second half of the Kings game this morning. What a disaster that was. Yeah, it might as well have been. That's what I want to talk about on this show, that Clay is by far the most important warrior. Always has been.
All right.
The Hawks.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm good to go.
All right, let's do it.
No, I have. And just Mike, go ahead. There's like where I live, there's a road called Ridge Road, right? And it's like a mile away and it's up on a ridge, right? Like not a mountain, but like a big hill. Anytime we get thunderstorms, you see the storm up on the ridge and it's like it just breaks it all up. And we just never get anything significant. It's very odd. Once in a while. Yeah. It sucks. I love thunderstorms, man. If I could get like a good thunderstorm once a week, just an insane one, I'd be all about it.
Yeah, I like the rain.
You know, I'm trying to chase some NATOs when I'm older.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that life, but I like rain.
That? I would love. I'd like chase a NATO too.
The whole concept, because they've structured society, they alert you about when those things to get away from them.
Some people decide to run towards them, man.
I'd be fine that. I'm all for that. We should round those people up and we should get rid of them. Dispose.
Why? Only one tornado chaser's ever been even killed from this.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's true. Like he died a couple of years ago in a big tornado. Pretty uncommon. Like very, very uncommon that you were to die chasing tornadoes.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome to the Odd Shop.
Well said.
Mike, did we get that drop? Oh, he did. Open the doors. You didn't get that. All right. Open the doors. Take a step inside. Sit down. Let's shop some odds together. I'm Dave Loughran, by the way, at Laffy_D on the Twitter. Been very, very, very fun week so far hanging out with you guys. Absolutely dominated on Tuesday. Here with Ben Rasa at JazzRazDFS. He had a big hand in that. Community parlay plus 446. I hit, you hit, money. Community killed it, right? And then to close out the show, I think we need to shout out Calvin for this one because he kept reminding us, yo, you haven't hit the ladder yet. You haven't hit the ladder yet. We both kind of, with a mind meld, Jamal Murray, you mentioned it first, plus 500, 5+3s, bing, bang, boom, we're in. 2 monster ones. We had a bunch of screenshots coming in on our Twitter, people who actually hit those and came away with some big nights. So I'm feeling pretty good, dude.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to have you back. Tuesday was fantastic. Yesterday, I was on the show with Eitan. Some positives, some negatives. We'll talk about that. Big night ahead. I'm a little tilted. I was in a flow state going into yesterday's show. Certainly not in that today, but we'll recap everything. We did not hit the community parlay yesterday, though. I'll tell you that much.
So, all right, check this out.
What?
There's some very good bets on OddsShopper right now. We're going to hit those. There aren't a whole lot of good booster promos out there, but we will hit the ones that are available to us.
The Miami one yesterday.
We will hit a ladder, right? We'll do what we got to do to put us in good position here. No doubt about that. I know you said you were kind of on tilt yesterday, so you're looking to get back on track.
No, not even yesterday. Yesterday was fine. My most important bet was over 6.5. I told you this actually. You messaged me asking if I was watching the Bruins Panthers game, and I was confused at why you asked. And I was, because I had over 6.5 goals. It got there 3-3. Go to overtime, win the game, and you had a goal prop, didn't
Taylor
you?
Hall goal,
Taylor
yeah.
Hall, that's right.
And that was a beauty, man. Backwards, just quick snapshot. Very difficult shot to make, by the way, to get something behind that, skating backwards, corralling the puck. Yeah, I was watching. I asked you. I was like, I wonder if Ben saw that goal. Okay, so maybe I was thinking about something.
No,
else.
I was good. I woke up. I watched the Kings game, so I was not happy about that. Didn't go my way, and then because people don't know that. Like, yes, I am very disciplined, but I also love to gamble. Like, I just love to gamble. I was just like, I want to gamble, so I bet some esports, and I lost, which is never a good decision. Then I went, and there was a girl playing in tennis that I always bet, and I went to bet her, and as I clicked, this is 100% what happened. As I clicked to bet her to chase, the odds updated, and I, within 30 seconds, put in a pretty sizable bet on the other girl. And she got smoked in straight sets. And I was very disappointed in myself.
So your read was right the whole time.
It wasn't even a read. It was just like, let's gamble. Like, oh, I love this girl. I bet her all the time. She's from Egypt. And then I just bet the other girl.
There's also the only one I know is that beauty that I think is Greek. Just an absolute goddess out there. I don't know. She was doing, she had couples with the other fella. What's our favorite friend?
Tsitsipas?
Yeah. He's Greek too, right?
Yeah, they're both Greek.
Yeah. Oh, she's a beauty. But that's all I know. I do know the other night I had a similar instance. It worked out in my favor. And it's like it was teetering on discipline and lack of discipline, right? Because I was having a semi-difficult night and I was like, man, I got to go to sleep. So I just went to OddsShopper and I found the top 4x ROI bets for slates for games that hadn't started yet. And I just ripped all of them off, put my head on the pillow and went to bed and woke up the next morning. And fortunately it worked, but nothing worse feeling. Fortunately, I have a tool to guide me in something like that. That's real nice because it's like objectively, even if I were to lose those, I know I didn't just go and carelessly place a couple of bets, but
yeah, twist that knife. Good job.
Which knife? In the hip?
Yeah, I believe you just said you didn't go and needlessly bet randomly. That's what I did this morning. Yes, that sums it up nicely.
Glad you guys are with us, though. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe to the channel. Rich Burkholder, he commented, the reigning community parlay champion hosts today. Laffy and Ben. Oh, you love to see it. I take pride in that. Take pride in that too, community. There must be something that we're just all on the same page. We're all locked in together. You know what I mean? Said, I believe they have the most wins here on the Odd Shop show. Let's keep racking up those wins. That's the hope, brother. That is the hope. It is true. Yeah, there you have it, right? Look at that. We had the Rich there. That's Rich right there.
Oh,
Rich tweeted us the other day. We had a couple nice ones come in. Someone else threw $300 wager on that parlay as well and hit us up. I think it was on the community parlay. As a matter of fact, it was turned 300 into 1,200. Real nice night for him. So yeah, we're in business, man. Let's get into this. You ready?
Yeah. Where do you want to go? We only have one NBA game today. It's a fascinating game, a game that I never, ever, I've said this yesterday, I'll say it again. I believe I said drawing to a meteor hitting for the Hawks to force game 6. Yet here we are.
That was one of the most shocking games I've seen in a long time. And quite frankly, so was Miami yesterday. I didn't.
How?
I fell asleep. I texted you, or we were talking. I was like, I've been up past midnight every day for 2 weeks. I'm going to bed early. I wake up at 6:30 and I see that the Heat won, and I'm thinking, how in the world did that happen? And then everyone's praising Giannis for being like, oh, it wasn't failure. You win some, you lose some. But in my opinion, that's an abject failure on the part of the Milwaukee Bucks.
That was all semantics. Like, yeah,
right, but why were they just like fawning over that response.
I know it was super articulate. I think it's a great outlook, but there's also like, if you have a goal and you fall wildly short of it, you failed in that goal.
That's
You're not
all
a
I'm
failure,
saying.
but yeah, again,
Nothing
semantics.
against Giannis.
No,
Nothing
he's
against him.
great.
He said the right thing. It's just I was surprised by the reaction. Like, oh my
Same.
God, this guy, consummate professional. Everyone needs to be like this. It's like, all right.
I just don't up 16 going to the fourth quarter. That's the part that really gets me. Like I'm not saying I thought the Heat were going to win. I did not, but I thought if they did win, it would be, they win, not down 20 points basically with 12 minutes left.
Me neither. Cavs are a disgrace too, by the way. But
get them out of here. Yeah, how about those Knicks? Let's go.
All right, we're going to start the show off with this. Check this out. So we're going to shop some odds, but check this out. The Celtics are minus 2,500 to win the series. Mm-hmm. Okay. So even though it's brought to 6 to 2,500, Lakers are minus 425. Mm-hmm. Warriors are now minus 900 after being down 2-0 in the series. Not suffice it to say, not shocked by this at all.
I mean, that one hurts me personally because I'm not going to probably get there on Kings plus 1.5, and that was a good bet at plus money.
I think you still can. I don't think it's. You're not dead.
But I'm closer to being dead than I was a couple of days ago.
Yeah, this game being in Golden State does not help. I agree.
What do you? Thompson.
I know. What do you think the Knicks? And by the way, I forgot you bet that. I wasn't trying to rub shit in. I wouldn't.
This is yeah.
That's not me.
No.
I just the conversation we had. We were on different. Miami versus the Knicks. What do you think the odds are on this series?
Like pseudo pick 'em?
Very close. Knicks minus 145.
Okay. They have home court.
Yep. Right, exactly. So that's really the only reason. If Miami had home court, they're probably the same.
Yeah. That's not surprising. We'll see. The Sixers may never play again. Ever. They just may never play. These games may never end. Like
I said it yesterday. I said it again today. That Hawks win in Game 5 was bigger than the Sixers than it could ever be for the Hawks. With Embiid hurt.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. So we got some props. I want to dig into a few basketball ones first. And I already bet a ton of baseball ones. The good value on the ones that I bet is gone, but there's still some good stuff out there. Some like 7-8% XROI spots. I want to know where you stand on a lot of these. So one of the reasons that Atlanta, I think, is getting some of these plus EV bets and Boston just doesn't have as many of them. And there are a couple, but most of the top ones for Atlanta, like the 4, 5, 6 expected ROI bets are all Atlanta from this game. And I think it has to do with a couple things. One, Capella and Onyeka Okongwu's minutes have been all over the map. It could be a 24-24 split. It could be 28-20. It could be 30-18. And it could be either direction, right? Like it could be like last game where Capella plays 21 and Okongwu plays 30, or the game before where Capella plays like 30 and Okongwu plays 18. Nobody knows. So that's one wrinkle that's going to have books setting different lines. And we're seeing that with Okongwu. Also, DeJounte Murray coming back. So like Bogdanovich props had been pretty popular. The under 11.5 was one of the top bets at even money today, points. Now I saw some good XROI opportunities for over 10.5 at like minus 110. So what a weird team to get into for sure.
To me, you mentioned the bigs. That's just something we've had to deal with in terms of the rotational minutes. To me, the Murray situation is a little trickier because that's a high usage guy. Like this is not a rotational player coming back. Just to give you kind of a data point, Murray's points, rebounds, and assists prop tonight is 33.5. Like this is a sizable piece of Atlanta. And it's like, what does it do to Hunter, who's playing major minutes? He played 42 minutes. He played 40 in the game in Atlanta where Murray played as well. And then who else gets majorly impacted? Because right now, I'm scanning the board. Majority of these are unders for the Hawks and for this game.
Yeah. And I think ultimately they probably should be. I almost forgot to say this too. And that's just wrong of me. Shout out to chat and the community the other day They went Timberwolves +10, and
Yeah.
you and I were a little hard on them because we both thought Boston was the answer there. And, well, actually, it was all spread, but we were a little surprised by Timberwolves +10. And they were right. They were spot on, and they got us there. Meant to mention that earlier. I do like the unders on some of these Atlanta spots. DeJounte Murray under 33.5 PRA. He's going to play a lot of minutes, but I think that's a good number. This is still a good Boston defense. I'm still not convinced that, Atlanta's just going to come in there and run numbers up like Murray has in all of these games. You're getting under 33.5 on DraftKings at -110. You look across the board on some of these other spots, there's very good value on that bet right now. -122 on FanDuel. I'm seeing some 32.5s out there on smaller books with under at -105. So I think the best NBA bets right now, as it stands, are DeJounte Murray under 33.5 PRA on FanDuel. And then depending on what book you're at, that's where it gets different. Like Okongwu, you could find some good over 5.5 rebound spots at big plus money, +123. Bet Rivers being one of those. DeAndre Hunter over 1.5 threes. That's also Bet Rivers, but I'm assuming there's some other spots out there that are probably giving you pretty comparable odds on those.
Yeah. I mean, again, the reality of the situation, and this is important to say, if you're looking at what the tools are providing, we have one game. We're not going to have as many options. There's not going to be that many plus ROI bets. And I think that's just kind of like important to note. Your options are kind of limited. The one that the jury's still out for me is, what are you doing with DeAndre Hunter's 3-point prop? It grades out, it's plus money, over 1.5 threes. He's playing 40+ minutes. But I don't know. I like it. I haven't bet it yet though.
He's drilled 3 in back-to-back games.
Doesn't take a ton.
No, especially because his volume is very low. 3 of 5, 3 of 6. That's tough. 34.6% 3-point shooter on the season. So it's, that's fine. It is worth pointing out that the guy is playing massive minutes, as you mentioned, 40 and 42 over the last 2 games. There's no doubt that's significant. I have no issues with it because you're getting it at plus money, though. That's the thing. And that's why we're using the tool to give us that value. I think the plus money on that is perfectly reasonable. By the way, your first week of OddsShopper.com, if you guys wanted to check it out, 100% free. You've got all of the best bets across every book that you play in. The Parlay Builder, PrizePicks Parlay Builder, No House Advantage, Underdog Parlay Builder, and then, of course, the Parlay Builder for every other book that you can think of. All of that in there. You can make your own parlays as well. So there's that, but also just all of the best bets, expected ROI, recommended bet percentage, and then you can see what the lines are compared to every other book. It's the most powerful tool out there. I stand by that. I use it every single day. If I have 20 bets in, almost all of them are coming from OddsShopper. So links in the description and in chat if you want to check that out. But yeah, DeAndre Hunter averages 1.7 threes per 36 on the season. Controlling for matchup here, which it is a difficult matchup, but also that he's probably going to play 40 minutes. I think getting it at plus money is perfectly reasonable, actually.
Yeah, I mean, again, the break even is in your favor in the sense that if you think this is a coin flip, you're going to come out ahead. He's at home. I mean, and as much as I kind of saying both things, he's giving you some volume out there. So I'm not opposed to it. I definitely like the Murray under 33.5 points, rebounds, assists more. And then we get into we haven't really talked about the Celtics side, who I don't know what we get from them. I expect them to win this game. Obviously, they're 7-point favorite. They should win this game. It feels maybe a little more low scoring. I mean, do you have like an overall feel of like what we could be looking at tonight?
I do think you could see
total.
I do think you could see a monster Jason Tatum game.
231. Man, that's higher than I thought.
It's definitely higher. Hell, the Kings Warriors total yesterday was 224. Oh. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess we're looking at this, right? They're still the much better team. As I mentioned, they're minus 2,500 to win the series. What's the money line today? It's
Oh,
gotta
it's
be,
gotta be 500.
I don't think so. They're only 6.5-point favorites.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
300.
285. So you're 285.
Man, that's lagging. There's 330s out there.
Really?
Mhm.
On like actual respectable books?
Maybe Caesars. Yeah.
Really? Do you think there's any value in using that as a parlay piece if you're getting a 285? Let me, Mike, go to the tools on OddsShopper, go to compare NBA bets. Looks like you're behind me, as a matter of fact, because I just got there, brother.
I
So
mean,
look at the money lines compared against all books. You've got, wow, okay, 295, 300, 323 at Caesars. You're right, but that's way off from everyone else.
yeah, I mean, you're not quite there. Like Pinnacle's at 292
Okay,
and 252. So you're looking at like 270 range. I think they're gonna win. If you told me you wanted to put the Celtics as a parlay piece in something, even though it's not rock solid in terms of where it's working for the market, I think it's pretty close. And I'll tell you this: if you're gonna do it, you better do it on DraftKings. That's a fact.
on the new version of OddsShopper that's coming out, you get the true odds,
Yeah, which is huge.
which is massive, right? So I can try and pull that up and see what, because like we could pull that up now, Celtics money line, and grab the true odds on that, right?
Yeah, it should be just again doing like pseudo math, 270, maybe 265.
Okay. All right. But if you're
Regardless.
betting it, bet it at Caesars is what I'll tell you right now.
No, don't bet it at Caesars.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you're betting the Hawks, bet it at
Yeah, if you're
Caesars.
betting the Hawks, absolutely.
But I would not be betting the Hawks here,
No,
honestly.
neither would I.
We have 271
Okay.
as the true odds. Obviously, the best bet is Boston. We have a -1 XROI. So basically a neutral bet, not a recommended bet, but a neutral bet. Our best bet, but oh man, this gets me happy. Our best bet for the Celtics right now, Jason Tatum to record a double-double at -120 on FanDuel. Still scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I guess there's a non-zero chances assist, but I'd say 95 out of 100 times he gets a double-double, it's with rebounds. So you're really asking yourself, how often is he going to get 10 plus boards?
It's
Points
for sure coming on rebounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
It for sure coming on rebounds. There's no doubt. Let's get into some. You want to get into some of these promos and boosts?
Sure. I haven't even looked what they have today.
All right. Yeah, we got a couple of them. We also have an odds boost evaluator over at OddsShopper. And if you guys are on our chalkboard, we've been having a good time. We've been Tuesday. We absolutely crushed. Greg and I crushed in there. All the picks are free. It was great. And not just us, the community crushed too. The community had some awesome wins in there that day. Yesterday, I think I was 2-2. Came out slightly ahead though, as far as units are concerned, because a couple of the big
matters.
Yep, couple of the big ones hit. Yeah, that's why records can be very misleading.
Yeah, you don't say like, I'm 38-4. It's like, yeah, but you're betting the Celtics series prices.
Exactly.
So you're crushed.
So we got almost 1,700 people in there. If you're not in there, guys, please, it's an awesome time. Like-minded people talking sports, betting, DFS, all that stuff. That link is down there in the description. You just click it. You download the app, which is entirely free. You can sync all your sports books up to it. All the box scores are in there as well. And it's just a great community, and all the picks are free. All the talk is free, not just now or for a week, but forever. So even if you don't like it, we'll gladly refund your misery, which is exactly $0. FanDuel has one now. Trae Young, and this is new. It wasn't up earlier when I made the run sheet. So we're going to be evaluating this on the fly. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Trae Young, 25 plus points. Jaylen Brown, 20 plus points. And Derek White, 15 plus points at plus 270. Oof.
25, 20.
25 for Trey, 20 for Jaylen Brown, 15 for Derek White.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be a no for me, dog.
If you were to parlay them, and as we know, this is not apples to apples. These are one-sided bets. There is no. The parlay would be plus 199. That is on FanDuel though.
Yeah, I'm trying to. So Trey, 190. Yeah, this again, it's hard because you're not getting the same, like you mentioned, it's one-sided lines. I'm just looking over on DraftKings. Derek White and Trey Young are decently close to those numbers independently.
Okay.
So right there, you're
Derek White is 15 and a half. You're right.
That's what I mean. So like, yes, he's slightly, but it's pretty close. And Trey Young is only a couple points over 25.
Jalen's at 26 and a half.
He's got the most room.
If you wanted to, let's see. If you wanted to parlay them on DraftKings, what was it? Trey, White, and Brown?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what the odds are here. I mean, all right, the odds on this one are going to be, where is it? Parlay. Oh, I did it without with FanDuel will give you the option of just like same game parlaying anything.
Yeah,
I hate when I do that, and then DraftKings is like, no, you have to click same game parlay so we can take away all of the actual best bets that are on the board.
And that's the problem. If you do that on DraftKings, the odds for the same lines are now like minus 162. And so you're not getting.
But not just that. You can't take unders on certain spots that are good. Like Bogdanovich today, I actually wanted to do a same game parlay with this for a video, and I was going to do it on DraftKings. Bogdanovich under 11 and a half points was even money. Okay. And this is one I found on OddsShopper. Under 11 and a half points was even money. You know what it is right now on Bogdanovich? It's minus 130, and other books have it at 10 and a half, minus 110. So you have an idea that like there was good value there. So I'm like, all right, let me grab this even money under 11 and a half on Bogdanovich. They don't even offer an under on Bogdanovich points for a same game parlay.
Yeah. And that's just, again, you just need to be careful. For this boost, personally, I think it could be a lower scoring game. I don't love it.
I don't love it at all.
So
I don't love it at all. And by the way, if you didn't submit your pick for the community parlay, man, Mike called it the closeout edition. I like that. Celtics -7, got 47% right now. Hawks +7 are at 18. Maple Leafs -150 at 27%. Golden Knights puck line at 7%. Are you, honest question, because I know you have a lot riding on the Leafs. If you were answering this poll, are you going Maple Leafs or are you going Celtics? Like, which are you more confident in?
Oh, the Maple Leafs.
Yeah,
it's over.
You got it, huh? 3-1?
I really think they got over. I mean, you never say never. It's a championship team, but they're at home. They're the better team. I know they're the better team. And I think it's possible they've kind of put their demons to rest. We'll find out in a couple hours, but yeah, I feel really good about the Leafs.
MC Sand said the boost is like +1% EV after D-Vigor, the books juice. So it's basically a wash. All right. So yeah, I mean,
that's fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. You would think it is. None of those look that great at all. What about these refund? Oh, by the way, I had a $5 DraftKings had like the same game parlay X thing where it's like they give anyone a $5 bet on it. I'm sitting around today. I was like, I'll throw it in. I'll go with just an insane parlay, right? Why not? And then it would only let me bet 29 cents.
They don't want your action.
It's not that. I'm assuming they do that with anything that's just massive, massive.
Oh,
odds.
you're talking like actually crazy.
Well, I mean, it wasn't normal. It was $5. So yeah, I was trying to
To like win $1 million?
no. I think it would have been like 5 into 800. And they still only let me bet 29 cents on that, which was but they call it a free $5 bet. And then they're like, sorry, 29 cents.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
Doesn't matter, but
No.
they have the no sweat bet on the same game parlay today. The one I kind of like is just a Jason Tatum nuke game and Boston money line or Boston spread, like a Tatum nuke game. I did this earlier. It was Tatum 30 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, and 4 plus assists, and Boston -7.
And what did it get? What did it go to?
Earlier, it was like 600, I think, plus 600.
Yeah, I mean, if I do no sweat same game parlay, it'll be Boston controlling an under of some sort for the game, and probably Trae Young struggling. That would be
Yeah, he's
my
been on fire lately, but I do have zero concerns about that. I'm also not opposed to taking the unders on the DeJounte Murray points because that was already showing up as a good bet on OddsShopper specifically for DraftKings.
yeah. Yeah, I have no problem with either of that. I mean, Trae Young just absolutely mammoth games. 35 and 15, 38 and 13. He played 44 minutes in the last game.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I said similar things about Jimmy Butler, and look what he did. So maybe I do think it's different for several reasons, but regardless, Trae Young, he's at home at least. He's got that going for him.
Kenny said it's because the parlay was too big. If you removed a couple legs, you would have been the whole fight. Yeah, I know, but I just didn't know they were limiting like what you could bet on the parlays on the free bets, I should say, for $5. I don't really think there are that many good options out there. I had one more written down that we can get into if you want. So we had the DraftKings one, the no sweat, or the FanDuel one, the no sweat bet on DraftKings. We could get a same game parlay in there for sure. I also want to build a parlay on the OddsShopper tool because there were some good ones popping up earlier. I already bet a couple of them. The DK odds surge. This is for you. So plus 200 odds surge on any first goal scorer between the Rangers and the Devils tonight.
Okay.
What are you thinking, man?
I mean, so we talked about this yesterday a little bit. I like this. You can definitely do it, but what you need to make sure you're doing is still shopping it because you're attaching plus 200. But we did an example, me and Eitan yesterday. We talked about the Panthers game and your Bruins. And it was like, oh, okay, like I'll take, say, Bergeron. It's like 8-1. You move it to 10-1. You go to FanDuel, he is 10-1.
Yep. Well, we're already ahead of for sure, but we're already ahead of the game. We did that with the Hawks, with the win if they're up by 10. We just shopped it, found the best team on the day to pick from, right? We're doing it with the Tuesday dingers, where we're finding the best ones on FanDuel, like best across the market. So this is the same thing applies with this. It's the exact same concept.
It's the exact same concept. It's just, this is not a boost where you can just blindly go and say, oh, I'll just take the favorite. I'm getting plus 200 extra.
And make it plus EV.
Yeah, it doesn't, you have to make sure that the actual prop is, it doesn't need to be the best prop in the world, but keep it in range.
I don't see any goals. I don't see any even close to plus EV goal scorers from this game today on OddsShopper.
That might make it a little tricky. Like, yeah, like Zibanejad is probably where I'd go. He's 11-1, but I want to like back test and see, you know, where else is he in the market? Because if he's 15-1 somewhere else, that doesn't help us.
I'm assuming that FanDuel is going to give you better odds on that. How do you spell his name?
His last name?
Got it. Thanks. All right. I'll tell you right now, because FanDuel's goal score odds for hockey have been objectively better than any other site. I can
They
tell you
have.
that for a fact because I've been betting them. Let's see here. Goals, anytime goal score.
We need first goal scorer.
Oh, right. We're not going to have that on OddsShopper.
We have it. I'm looking at it.
Oh, we do? Oh, we do.
13 to 1.
13 to 1.
And he's 11 to 1 on DraftKings.
So if you took that plus 200, you're getting the exact same line you would get on FanDuel.
And that's the problem. Got to be careful with that.
Pull another one. Pull a player, and I just want to do this because this, if any, this is how you find yourself not. This is how you stop getting yourself into trouble for sure.
All right, let's go with the bread man, Artemi Panarin.
All right, you couldn't have just given me fucking Jack Hughes and made my life a little bit easier.
I'm not betting a devil.
I got it. Thanks. All right, so first goal scorer.
Not putting that bad voodoo.
So he's 17 to 1 on FanDuel. FanDuel's goal scorer odds are just I bet the goal scorer odds on almost every single one of them are better.
And that's, again, I know we keep saying this. You just want to be careful with that. So like that's a cool boost. I had a couple people in our Discord ask about it. And if there's a guy that you really like and he's about flat in terms of the price, I think it's a great attachment. But if you're saying, oh, I'm moving this to 16 to 1 and you could get 17 to 1 elsewhere, you haven't really done much of anything.
Yep.
Rangers got to have it tonight.
Weird series. 2-2?
2-2, and every road team has won every game.
Are the Devils good this year?
Yeah, they're really good. They're just way ahead of schedule.
Oh, you mean as far as like where they're going to be in a few years? Where they got a bunch of young talent?
So like everybody, in my opinion, everyone said that the Devils like they're a team to watch out, and this is the type of year they could contend for the playoffs. And they have a home series in the playoffs. Like they're way ahead of schedule. I
was a massive Devils fan as a kid.
Huge Devils.
I was, man. Marty Brodeur, Scott Stevens,
cool.
like Elias Days, and all of them. Big fan as a kid, man. Loved that.
I really hope the Rangers just get it done tonight. I think they're going to, but I also am a little nervous.
All right, so those are the boosts. I don't really think there's much else out there worth getting into, unless you want to build a same game parlay and go the no sweat route. And we each do 2 picks in the same game parlay and see what we can get it to. I think it's no sweat. What do they pay you back up to $10?
I think it's insurance up to, I want to say 10, but yeah.
Okay. All right. And yeah, go ahead. I want you to go first here.
Okay. We're going same game parlay. So we click in.
And we got to go basketball here because it's a big game.
Oh, no, we got that. So I'm going to go. I'll take a piece of Murray's points. I'll go under 21.5 at -120. So it's not the PR, points, rebounds, assists. But at the same time, I do think his scoring could be limited. Maybe Trae Young takes another 30 shots. Under 21.5 for Murray points tonight. Okay. Under 21.5 for Murray. I'm going over to, I just pulled up OddsShopper sorted by DraftKings so I can. Yep. It's tough because our best bet right now, we have 2 of them. We have Derek White under 3s. There's no chance they're going to give me that. They're not going to give me under. I doubt they're going to give me under 3s for a same game parlay, right? Yeah, for a same game parlay, I'm on DraftKings right now. In the same game parlay, you only have like 1, 2, or 3. You can't go under. Exactly. Which, of course, intentional. Hold on, they're making me put a 2FA code and I got signed out. Nice job. DeAndre Hunter, 2+3s. Maybe we'll put that in there. What's it at? Plus 105. So it's not terrible by any stretch. Okay. And I'm fine with that because you're taking the over on Murray, but the under on Murray, but the over on Hunter. Mm-hmm. That works for me. Okay. Man, I would have just absolutely loved the Bogdanovich under points here. That's, I think, the best spot to get to. I might go
I'm going to throw Boston spread in there. Actually, I'm going to take I'm going to lay the 7 here.
Okay, so we got a same game parlay right now on DraftKings. We've got Boston -6.5. We've got Murray under 21.5 points, and DeAndre Hunter 2+ threes. You put that together on the number, it is 5-1 exactly.
Not bad.
I like that. I have no problem with that. DeAndre Hunter is one of the best values according to the market. Murray under 21.5 points. I just kind of like that spot. I don't know how he fits in. And then we both, I think, kind of think the Celtics clamp down tonight.
Yep. And if you decided that you wanted to use, just the most plus EV bet here, it would be DeJounte Murray under 33.5 PRA. Do they offer under PRA on Murray is the question.
No.
They don't even offer it.
I don't believe so. Let me see if I can find it, but no, I'm just, you're not finding a lot of over-unders for those type of things on a same game parlay.
No, they do for like points and rebounds and stuff, but only for the top guys. That's why I thought Murray might be on there. No, you could. Oh, no, you can't. All right, whatever. All right. If you guys got any questions too, any spots you want us to look up, happy to make that work for sure. Only one game today, but we do have some baseball as well. Pulling up some of the top baseball lines on OddsShopper. Do you have any baseball bets in today? I got a lot going.
I do not. Again, today was a perfect like those, those anti-tobacco commercials where they show the person and it's like, this is why you shouldn't smoke. This is why you should use tools because of what I did this morning. I did not make any bets based off OddsShopper this morning. I went Leroy Jenkins. I'll handle this and was just a mess. Bogdanovich under points makes no sense. Been hitting 12 off the bench. He has, but he's also been shooting outrageous. And again, it's a market-based approach. So
well, I do hold on. Where'd that comment from?
From chat, from our friend Pure.
All right. Well, it does make sense because I got it at even money and now it's at -130. Regardless of what happens, that ends up being a good bet.
You got that closing line value.
What?
So you got a little closing line value action? I didn't know you bet that.
I told you what, the Bogdanovich?
Yeah.
I told you earlier I did. I bet it this morning. It's the under 10.5 is even money on FanDuel. I got under 11.5 at even money on DraftKings earlier today. That's gone. Objectively a good bet. Also,
of course.
Also, and does that mean it's going to win? No, but to say it doesn't make sense is insane for a couple of, and this, by the way, this is just straight logic. Even if we were to take it from a statistical standpoint or from analyzing this, played 35 minutes last game, right? But DeJounte Murray was sidelined. He was suspended. The 2 games before that, Bogdanovich played 22 and then 19 minutes. 22 and 19 minutes. He shot 6 for 8 in that one game. He shot 3 for 8 in the other game where he played 19 minutes, finished with only 8 points, had 9 points in the opening game of this series, has only a 15% usage rate. If you're just looking at how many points they've put up, and by the way, he's gone under 11.5 in 2 of 3. So it's not like he's gone over in 5 straight games. If you're just looking at like, oh man, 3 of the last 4 games, he's gone over that without any context. 1, DeJounte Murray being out. 2, the fact that he just shot well in one of them, 6 for 8 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3 in only 22 minutes. Just you have to apply context to these type of spots.
That guy gets 3s up in a hurry. He's not shy.
He does, but
7, 4, 5, and 6. My God.
But if I told you he's only going to play like 19, 20, 21 minutes today.
Yeah, those are not mutually exclusive. He's the type of guy. I know this is not, you already have a position. He's someone, and there are guys like this. I could say I like the under. If I could get obviously under 11.5 at even money, I would jump on it immediately. He's also the type of guy, if you like the other side, you could ladder him because if he gets going, and I know you're not going to oppose that either. Like he's that type of player. He's a big boom bust guy. But there's no doubt.
I agree, but where do the minutes come from?
For me though, with ladders, that's not important because if he hits 4 threes in the first half, he's going to be on the court in the fourth quarter.
No, I got you. I'm just saying, where do the minutes come from? I get like
Murray.
I can't. There's you think Murray loses minutes in a game like this?
No, not normally. I think that if a pure alpha scorer like I always think of Jamal Crawford, where it's like, oh, he comes off the but like if he's rolling, if he's putting up 40 points, now let's be clear, I have no inkling, nor do I think I'm on the Celtics in this spot, but he's the type of guy, he's a volume shooter. That's all.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like if it ended up being wild, maybe they come from John Collins if he's playing that.
They could go slightly smaller. Exactly. I'm not.
Yeah. I'm not even arguing it. I'm just saying, like,
you make me a Boban. That's Lindy's guy. He made all those units in Discord on that guy earlier in the year, not me.
Let's hit a ladder. I'm not.
Okay.
You can throw out the Bogdanovich ladder. I can't do that. I have a position on the under, so I'm just in good faith. I cannot do that today.
No, and I'm not gonna do that just because I got a guy in mind. Let's go to the videotape here. Let me see what I can get. Do you have anyone in mind? Don't say it. I just want to know if you do.
Yeah, I have one guy.
Yeah, this guy could be a ladder candidate. I never think of him as a scorer. I kind of think of him as a flopper and just an all around. But what about Marcus Smart?
Yeah, that's fine. It's a weird spot, right? Because last game, Marcus Smart, you really thought would have played more minutes than he did. But I don't think that really means much coming into this game. 32 minutes in the first three, 29, then 26. I just have a difficult time believing that Marcus Smart is like down to 26 minutes again. I think he could get back there. What are the odds though? He had a 5-3 game and he had a 5 3-point game on 12 attempts in game 3. So
they don't even offer 5 threes for him.
Well, they only offer it for what? Brown, Tatum, and Young?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the 4?
You're getting over 4-1. Plus 410 on FanDuel.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. I also, again, it's very hard to quantify these things because there's a lot that goes into it. He's in the same ballpark with, like, Bogdanovich has a less number than that. He's plus 370 to hit 4.
I'll give you one.
Don't say Horford.
No, DeAndre Hunter 3 threes is plus 390.
See that?
He's hit 3 threes in back-to-back games on low volume. So clearly you need him to just stay efficient, but he's hit 3 threes in back-to-back games. And now you're talking about what's the implied win prop? What's the implied odds on this one? It's 20%.
Yeah, I mean, interesting.
It's an interesting spot for sure.
Yeah, like Sadiq Bey is in that range. I don't see that at all. Malcolm Brogdon plus 330 for 3 threes. Let's say.
It's funny because there's a lot of guys that could get that 3-3 ladder. 4, you don't even have as many options. If I went to 4, I might be with you. I might just go Marcus Smart in this one.
So, like, my thing with ladders, I honestly don't even care how good of a shooter they are because, like, that's all priced in. Not that everything isn't, but, like, to me, it's what are the chances that he shoots 10 threes? Like, how many times can he do that? And some of these guys, you have to shoot 3 for 5 because you're just not going to get it. Marcus Smart could take 12 threes.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yep.
Like, so I'd rather take a guy where I'm like, okay, I have that out. He doesn't need to go on. If the guy goes on fire, it takes care of itself. But if he doesn't, what good is it if you know, okay, he's only going to shoot 3 threes?
You're right. Better odds on FanDuel too. Plus 410. DraftKings is plus 390.
Yeah. 410 for, again, it's only one game. There's not a lot of great ladders. Like, I don't see any Mitchell Robinson rebounding performances in this game from either team. Like, obviously Capella can get like 30, but it doesn't matter because he's already priced for it.
Or Kevon Looney rebounding.
Oh my God.
Dude, he's awesome. That guy gets no love. He's
I hate the
awesome.
Warriors so much. They just have such good pieces like that.
Yeah, they're just unheralded, and he's out there anchoring the team, hauling in 20
Okay.
rebounds a game.
You want unheralded though? He was amazing, but he got so many rebounds, he started to get recognition. Gary Payton was out there battling for
Yeah,
boards. Huge minutes from him.
yeah, he can play.
They have
Yeah.
everybody. Like DiVincenzo's good too.
They got some players for sure.
God, I want the Kings to win so I just want to see game 7. How cool would that be in Sacramento?
That'd be fantastic. Oh God, the heartbreak if they lost that game for Sacramento fans getting back. I'm telling you now, it's like there's nothing more unfortunate than this team locking up a top seed, making the playoffs for the first time in 17 years, 18 years, and then having to face the Warriors in the opening round. I mean, it's brutal. But
and they had their chances. Harrison Barnes had, not that the Warriors don't, but like Harrison Barnes, got to make that shot.
Do you want the Bogdanovich ladders on threes? Because on DraftKings, 5 threes is plus 650.
5 threes is plus 650. I could get down with that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, because my whole point with Bogdanovich is his minutes will take care of themselves when he's rolling. And I'll echo, look at game 2. He had 8, it was his best game. He was 7 for 11, 4 of 7 from 3, played 33 minutes. Because he's playing really well. If he's 1 for 9 from 3, if he's sitting on the bench or on the court, it doesn't really matter for us.
Yep.
Who cares? Like it's irrelevant. But if he's rolling, there are multiple guys on the Hawks that will cede minutes to him.
I like it. I mean, I don't want it to hit.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Well,
but
let's just not middle it. That's what we don't want.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah,
score
right.
8 points or 80 points.
That's fair. Yeah, if he hits 4 threes, or if he hits like, yeah, exactly. We can't have both of them lose, is what you're saying.
That's what we want to avoid. Like when he just is 4 for 8 from 3, that doesn't help anybody.
Nope. Community parlay time.
Community parlay time. I will say real quick, if you have questions on this stuff, because I know we're getting to a lot of different places, and you're in chalkboard with Lofty and whatnot. Also can hit us on Twitter at Lofty_D, at JazzRazDFS. We're on there. We're answering questions, live betting. There's so much going on with the playoffs right now. Who won the community parlay? Oh my God, the Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics ran away with it. And guys, as always, the OddsShopper tool that you see us using, free, entirely free for the first week, no strings attached. Check out the most powerful tool in betting. That's simple. And if you love it, hang around. We think you'll win. And we think if you really understand how to use this tool, it's going to be massively powerful for you. But the first week is free anyway. And if you don't truly love it entirely, then you can say, hey, I tried it. All good. But first week's free. Link is in the description and in chat. So the Celtics won. They run away with it. Easy, easy win. 48%. Your Leafs are second. Okay. Hawks third. Golden Knights at 6%. Where are you going?
Where am I going? So what site are we going to here?
Go to where the best odds are on your next bet. I can't go with a Celtics pick, so I'm probably going to go baseball here.
Okay, so then it doesn't matter. Probably go to DraftKings. I mean, I'm going to do it because why not? It's the boys. It's time. Time for the Maple Leafs.
All right.
Like I said, I said on this show, it's one of, if maybe my biggest bet of the year was for them to win the series.
You have to. This is you're staying true to yourself.
This is my moment. Now this is risk tolerance. I think you can do anything. I'm going to go very conservative today because I just want to cash it. I'm just going to take the minus 150. You can bet them in regulation. I have zero issues with that. You'll get plus money. You could even go puck line. Toronto Maple Leafs, you win the game and you'll win a series for the first time in 20 years. 20 years.
Amazing.
Minus 150. They're going to do it tonight.
Amazing. All right. I'm going to go with the top XROI bet on the board. I bet this earlier. I'm going hockey, Ben. I'm going to go hockey. Going to go Dawson Mercer under half a point, minus 125.
What an awful sweat. So you're just going to be Oh my
Why?
God.
Why?
Put Mo Wagner on skates. Why don't you?
A point is a whole lot different. It's a whole lot different.
But you know what sucks about that? It's like, oh, some random jackass scored, and you're like, oh, and then you realize in hockey, as you know, it's like, oh, he had like the 8th assists.
Yeah, there's only 2. Come on.
But yeah,
there's
but it
only
hit off
2.
his skate. That's an assist. Like,
I know. Last touched.
yeah.
I got you. We're going with it though. Minus
Okay.
125. Dawson Mercer under
you
a
win.
half a point. So let's do it. Appreciate you guys hanging out as always. Hit that thumbs up before you go. Follow Ben at JazzRazDFS, me at Laffy_D. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the OddsShopper. Close up the doors.
Lock the doors.
Shut it down. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Plus 472. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.